Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you are here. Let me start with a hard truth. If you don't raise your child during their formative years, someone else will. And the person who forms your child's value ultimately controls who they become. I'm sure that shocks you. Whether it is the nanny, the daycare, the teacher, the househelp, or even relatives, or worse, the internet. Your child is learning from whoever that has time, their trust, and their attention. And that will shock you. That is why today we're talking about something that becomes far too common and far too dangerous. Outsourcing your children's upbringing during their years when the core values are formed. I'm sure you'll understand that the value of children are formed at their formative age. And so it's a very big risk when you give them out at that age. You need to bond with them. Let's break this down. The formative years, after roughly between the age of 0 to 7, sometimes up to the age of 10. During this time, a child's brain is developing rapidly. This is when they learn what love looks like. This is when they understand safety and boundaries. This is when they form beliefs about themselves and the world. This is when they develop their emotional regulations. They start modeling everything they see, whether it is good or it is bad. That's why we have always encouraged, live with them, good example. Between the ages of 7, most of the person's core belief system is already in place, they're already built. So let me ask you, whose belief are you bringing up, planting on your child's heart right now? Who is shaping their identity, their confidence, their sense of right and sense of wrong in their formative age right now? Because if it is not you, their parents, it is someone else. And you may not like the harvest that grows from that seed because someone is planting something there. If you're not the one planting it, you plant what you actually wanted. Then when the harvest time comes, you get what you actually planted. But if you're not the one, you may not like the harvest when the time for harvest comes. I know some parents means well. They are working hard. They want the best for their children. But here is what actually happened when we hand off too much of our parenting in those early ages of our children. A lot of things happen when you give them out quickly. That's what we call mixed value. A nanny, a daycare worker, or even a grandparent might love your child, but they may not share your belief about respect, discipline, faith, or boundary. That's important. That forms the child. What about emotional misalignment? Your child bond deeply with whoever meets their emotional need most constantly or consistently. That means they may form stronger attachment to others than you. And that weakens your ability to correct, guide, and influence them later in life because you didn't form their life for them. What about cultural disconnection? Many children are growing up knowing more about cartoons than their own culture, more than TikToks, than even their roots. Why? Because parents are absent during the teaching years. They take to TikTok and to get all of that. What about spiritual vulnerability? You may want your child to grow up with certain moral or spiritual foundations, but if you are not there to teach them those dailies, someone will give to them something that replaces it. And that is how we lose our children. Not overnight, but little by little. By the time they are teen, they stop listening, not because they are rebellious, but because they have already learned to trust other voices over yours. And that's a big problem. You begin to wonder what's happening. What has happened to my children? That is exactly what led to those things you are saying, because you didn't form part of their life in their formative age. Now, let's get practical. I know every parent has a different situation. You may be working full time. You may be a single mother or have very limited support. This is not about shame. It's about prioritizing. So here are 5 things I'm going to mention to start doing right now. 1, guide your environment fearlessly. If you must work or get help, choose caregivers who share your values and are open to guidance. 2, create sacred time every day, even 30 minutes to focus on each every evening before the powerful moment for teaching, bonding, and listening. Number three, be the loudest voice. Tell them who they are. Affirm them. Teach them. Don't assume they just know. Speak value into their heart consistently. Model what you teach children. Children don't do what you just say, but what they teach. So be their example of patience, their example of kindness, their example of discipline and love. Let them see it in you. Limit external influences, screen time, peer entertainment. Don't leave these things to chances. Be intentional about what enters the eye and ear of your children. Remember, God entrusted that child to you, not the school, not the internet, not nanny, but you. A lot of parents are failing that. We know the life we live this time in this 21st century, so many things are happening, demanding for your attention, but you must wake up. We live in a generation where we are told to hustle, to outsource, to do it all. But the truth is, you only get one chance to raise a child. You can aim back the money, you can catch up with work, but you can't retain those time that is lost with your child. That's the truth. When the foundation is cracked, the building is unstable. It's as simple as that. Let not wait until our children are older and distant to realize we missed our moment, because it will come if you don't do what you need to do. Let's raise our children. We won't have to rescue later. Let's raise children we can be proud of, and more importantly, that they can be proud of themselves. Make them confident children out there, rather than regretting later when we try to find out already we've lost them because we are not part of them. If this message spoke to you, please subscribe to this channel. I'll be starting a new teaching series soon on therapeutic parenting, where I'll be diving deep into how to raise emotionally healthy, value-driven children, while also healing yourself as a parent. It's going to be very deep. It's not going to be a official thing. So make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss out in those episodes. And please share this video with other parents. Let's start a movement of intentional parenting where we give our children more than just gifts. We give them roots, we give them values, we give them identity. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.